You must understand this truth from the very depths of your being. The foundation upon which all success, all peace, and all joy rests is a profound trust in the goodness of the Lord. This trust is not mere sentiment or blind faith. It is the anchor of your soul, the secret power that moves the invisible forces of the universe on your behalf. Too many men and women falter in their journey, not because they lack intelligence or courage, but because they lose sight of this fundamental principle. They forget that behind every challenge, behind every trial, there is a divine goodness at work, one that never fails, never wavers, and never turns away from those who put their faith in it. Imagine for a moment the greatest men in history, those who shaped nations, built empires, and left legacies that time cannot erase. What was their secret? What invisible hand guided them through the darkest hours of doubt, fear, and despair? It was this very trust, an unshakable belief in the goodness of a higher power that never abandons its children. Do you know what happens when you truly trust in the Lord's goodness? Your mind begins to see beyond the immediate obstacles, beyond the apparent defeats. Your spirit rises above the chaos of circumstances, and you start to understand the lessons hidden within every setback. You learn to walk with confidence, knowing that no matter how stormy the night, the dawn of blessings is certain to come. But trusting is not passive. It demands action. It demands a daily commitment. It is not enough to say, "I believe." You must live it. You must speak it with your words and demonstrate it with your deeds. Your faith must be so vivid that it burns away every trace of doubt. When you make decisions, when you face fears, when the path seems unclear, remember that the Lord's goodness is your unfailing guide. This is why you must refuse to entertain negative thoughts. Fear is the enemy of trust. Doubt is the thief that steals your blessings. When your mind starts to wander into the territory of, "What if I fail?" or "What if things don't work out?" immediately redirect it with the assurance, "I am held by the goodness of the Lord. His plans for me are perfect. I will prosper because His favor surrounds me like a shield." I want you to reflect on the power of these words. They are not mere cliches. They are truths waiting to be embraced. The Lord's goodness is not conditional on your perfection or your past mistakes. It is a wellspring of grace that flows endlessly to those who seek it with sincerity. No matter your struggles, no matter your weaknesses, this goodness is available to you. Consider how the greatest victories often come after the most intense battles. The darkest nights bring forth the brightest stars. When you find yourself at a crossroads, weighed down by uncertainty, remember this: the Lord's goodness does not abandon the faithful in their hour of need. It strengthens the weary, lifts the fallen, and opens doors where no human hand can unlock. This trust creates a new kind of power inside you, a power that transcends logic and circumstance. It is a force that moves mountains, breaks chains, and sets free those who have been held captive by fear and despair. This power is not of your own making. It is divine, but it works only when you align yourself with it through trust. Many of you may be asking, how do I cultivate this trust? How do I know it's real? The answer is found in consistent practice. Begin each day by declaring your faith aloud. Meditate on the promises of goodness that are embedded in the Scriptures, in sacred teachings, and in your heart. Surround yourself with reminders of divine favor, stories, testimonies, symbols that reinforce your belief. More importantly, watch for evidence of this goodness in your life. Sometimes it comes as a quiet peace amid chaos. Sometimes it arrives as an unexpected opportunity, a word of encouragement, a helping hand from a stranger. When you recognize these signs, do not dismiss them. They are the Lord's way of reminding you that you are never alone, that His goodness is at work. But let me be clear, trusting in the Lord's goodness does not mean a life free from problems. It means that problems are no longer obstacles, but stepping stones. It means that every difficulty is a lesson wrapped in blessing, every failure a prelude to success. This perspective transforms your entire experience. It gives you resilience and courage to persevere when others quit. Now, imagine yourself walking through life with this trust firmly planted in your heart, your mind no longer shackled by worry, your spirit no longer crushed by doubt, You move forward with clarity, purpose, and joy. You become a beacon of hope to those around you because your confidence is contagious. People are drawn to your faith because it radiates strength and assurance. There is a law at work here, a universal principle that cannot be denied. Whatever you trust in deeply shapes your reality. If you trust in fear, your life will be filled with anxiety and limitation. But if you trust in the Lord's goodness, your life becomes a magnet for blessings, opportunities, and miracles. So I urge you to make a decision today, a decision that will change the course of your life forever. Decide to trust with all your heart in the goodness of the Lord. When you rise in the morning, remind yourself that this goodness is bigger than any problem you face. When you go to sleep at night, thank the Lord for his unfailing love and kindness. And when the world tries to convince you otherwise, when doubt creeps in or circumstances threaten your peace, stand firm. Speak the words of trust with power and conviction. Declare that you will not be moved because you are anchored in the eternal goodness of the Lord. You see, this trust is not just for you. It is for the generations that come after you. When you live with this faith, you create a legacy of hope, strength, and unwavering belief in divine goodness. Your children, your family, your community will benefit from the example you set. They will learn that no matter what life throws at them, there is always a source of goodness to rely upon. Remember also that trusting in the Lord's goodness opens doors that human effort alone cannot open. It invites divine intervention into your affairs. It brings clarity to your decisions and peace to your heart. It gives you the courage to take risks, to pursue your dreams, and to rise above limitations. Let this truth sink deeply into your soul. The Lord's goodness is not just a concept or an idea. It is a living reality. It is as real as the air you breathe and as certain as the rising sun. It is the unseen hand that guides your steps, the invisible light that illuminates your path. Therefore, never allow yourself to doubt it. Never allow yourself to fear. Instead, cultivate a mindset of gratitude and expectation. Expect goodness to follow you every day. Expect doors to open, opportunities to present themselves, and blessings to flow in abundance. In closing this reflection, not the end, but a pause, consider the difference this trust will make in your life. It will transform your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. It will transform your character from one of weakness to one of strength. It will transform your future from uncertainty to promise. You were created for greatness, and that greatness is accessed through trust in the Lord's goodness. Trust it with your heart, your mind, and your soul. Let it be the foundation upon which you build your life. Because when you do, there is nothing that can stop you. This trust, once embraced, becomes the compass by which you navigate every storm. It empowers you to move forward when the path is uncertain and to keep faith when the future looks bleak. There is a mysterious but undeniable force that surrounds those who place their confidence in the Lord's goodness. A force that draws blessings, unlocks hidden doors, and sets into motion the wheels of divine favor. Every great accomplishment you admire began with this principle. The inventors, the leaders, the visionaries, they all operated with a profound belief that beyond the obstacles lay a greater plan, a plan designed by a power far beyond human understanding. They trusted that even when failure seemed certain, the goodness behind the scenes was orchestrating their success. You must adopt this same mindset. Begin to look at your challenges not as dead ends, but as invitations to trust more deeply. When adversity strikes, rather than retreat, lean in with the confidence that the Lord's goodness will bring you through stronger and wiser. The testing of your faith is a sacred process, refining you like gold purified by fire. Consider how often life's greatest blessings come disguised as difficulties. When you trust the Lord's goodness, you develop eyes to see the blessing within the struggle. What looks like a setback is actually preparation. What seems like a closed door is an opportunity to discover a better way. The Lord's goodness is always at work, orchestrating circumstances for your ultimate good, even if it is not immediately visible. This kind of trust does not grow overnight. It is nurtured by consistent practice, by turning your thoughts away from worry and doubt and fixing them firmly on the assurance of divine goodness. When anxiety creeps in, confront it with the truth that no matter what happens, you are enveloped by a goodness that never fails. This daily mental exercise strengthens your inner resolve and aligns you with the highest forces of success. There will be moments when your heart is heavy, when the weight of the world threatens to overwhelm you. These moments are tests, invitations to surrender your fears and renew your trust. When you choose to believe that the Lord's goodness is greater than your problems, you free yourself from the prison of despair and open yourself to miracles. Miracles are not random acts of luck. They are the natural result of trusting alignment with divine goodness. When your faith is unwavering, doors begin to open. People come into your life to support you, and solutions appear that you never imagined. This is not coincidence. It is the universe responding to the vibration of your trust. You may wonder, how do I keep this trust strong when everything around me seems to be falling apart? The answer lies in your focus. What you focus on expands. When you focus on the goodness of the Lord, your mind becomes a fertile ground for hope and courage. Your faith grows roots that can withstand any storm. Surround yourself with reminders of this truth. Read stories of those who triumphed through faith. Meditate on scriptures, affirmations, and truths that reinforce your belief in divine goodness. Speak words of encouragement to yourself daily. When your mind starts to drift toward doubt, bring it back firmly to the reality that goodness is your constant companion. Remember also that trusting in the Lord's goodness is not about passive waiting. It requires action aligned with faith. It means stepping out boldly, making decisions based on the confidence that you are supported by an unfailing power. Faith without works is dead, but works powered by faith move mountains. Do not be afraid to take risks or to pursue your dreams with boldness. The greatest breakthroughs in history came from those who dared to trust beyond what their eyes could see. They understood that the Lord's goodness was greater than any obstacle, more powerful than any fear, and more certain than any doubt. This trust also teaches patience. Goodness often works in ways that are subtle and gradual. It does not always arrive in the form or timing we expect, but when you trust deeply, you learn to wait with hope rather than despair. You learn that delay is not denial, and that every moment of waiting is an opportunity to prepare yourself for greater blessings. Patience fueled by trust is not weakness, it is strength. It is the quiet confidence that no matter how long the night, the morning will come. It is the wisdom to understand that growth and progress often happen unseen, beneath the surface, like roots gathering strength before a mighty tree can rise. I want you to imagine what your life will look like when you fully embrace this trust. You will wake each day with a heart free from fear, a mind free from doubt, and a spirit filled with joy. You will move through challenges with grace and resilience, knowing that you are supported by a power greater than yourself. Your relationships will flourish because your faith will inspire others. Your work will succeed because your confidence will fuel creativity and persistence. Your life will become a testimony to the power of trusting in the Lord's goodness. And remember, this trust is available to everyone. It does not depend on your past, your status, or your circumstances. It is a gift waiting for you to claim it. The moment you choose to trust, the universe responds. Doors open, opportunities multiply, and blessings flow. Trust also brings peace. In a world filled with uncertainty and turmoil, peace is a priceless treasure. When you place your trust in the Lord's goodness, you experience a peace that surpasses understanding. It is a peace that guards your heart and mind, a peace that carries you through even the most difficult seasons. This peace is not passive resignation, it is active assurance. It empowers you to face each day with courage, to overcome fear, and to live boldly. It is the peace that comes when you know that no matter what happens, you are held by a goodness that will never fail you. So as you go forward from this moment, I want you to carry this truth with you. Always trust in the Lord's goodness. Let it be the foundation of your thoughts, the motivation of your actions, and the source of your peace. When you do, you will find that life's challenges become opportunities, your dreams become realities, and your heart becomes a wellspring of joy. Let this trust grow in you every day, feeding your spirit and guiding your path. And when doubts arise, as they surely will, remember that trust is stronger than doubt. Faith is stronger than fear. And the Lord's goodness is stronger than any problem you will ever face. You are not alone. You are surrounded by a goodness that is infinite, unchanging, and powerful. Trust it, embrace it, live it, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined possible. Because when you always trust in the Lord's goodness, you tap into a power that moves mountains, opens seas, and creates miracles. This power is within you now, waiting for you to claim it. The time is now. The choice is yours. Keep your heart open, keep your mind focused, and walk boldly forward, knowing that the Lord's goodness will guide you every step of the way. Your greatest victories are ahead, and they will come because you chose to trust. As you stand here today, hear this with absolute clarity: your life's destiny is secured not by circumstance, not by human strength, but by your unwavering trust in the Lord's goodness. This trust is your greatest weapon, your unshakable foundation, and the wellspring of every blessing that will come your way. No matter what trials you face, no matter how dark the road may seem, remember this: when you place your faith firmly in the Lord's goodness, you become unstoppable. You become a living testament that divine favor transforms the impossible into the inevitable. So go forward with boldness, walk with confidence, and never, ever doubt that the goodness of the Lord is working mightily in your life. Your breakthrough is on the horizon. Trust and watch it unfold.